Hello, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. Mm.
So Chris is bringing
Cake.
cake, and so she was just wondering like where she should set up here?
No, in the
In the
kitchen.
kitchen? Okay.
Yeah.
Then tell her when she comes. She'll be in like 5 minutes.
All right. Did you have any chance to go to the Facebook, see anything?
No, I'm sorry, I have not.
No, it's okay.
Let me just while we're talking about it.
I'm also
Let
doing
me
a
just make sure.
SoundCloud with all the recording that we are doing.
Did you send the login information to me through WhatsApp?
Yeah, I think
I
so.
want to make sure I have it.
I'm 100% sure I did.
Can you give me the login information again?
I think I have to send, hold on 1 second. Oh, I think I sent something else.
It's all right, that's something.
Yeah, let me see.
No. Unless you sent it to me direct.
No, I sent you directed.
Up to then. It's from you.
Just found. Got it now, so no.
Okay, there it is. Try to get on this.
Hi.
Vamos embora, Dani.
No, na cozinha.
Vou lá. Is Chris coming?
No.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah, but yeah.
Shoot, I've got so many things.
It's okay. Yeah. A Neile está trabalhando. Oi, minha querida, tudo bom? Eu não sei se vocês estarão em casa, mas às 9 horas aqui na minha cozinha, a gente vai celebrar o aniversário de uma das membros do centro. Se vocês quiserem vir e comer um pedacinho de bolo e umas coisinhas, seria muito interessante, porque ela trouxe tudo de Queens, de tão longe. Se vocês puderem aparecer, eu agradeço, tá bom?
E Marina 82.
Oh, Chris is already here and Liz. All right. Okay. My God, I forgot the. Just 1 second, my friends. Okay. Michael, let's start. It's already past a few minutes. Okay. Dear friends, work over the last minutes. Thank you so much for the opportunity to be here tonight, to study the teachings of gods, to learn how to serve with love and charity, even though to provide service and necessary education, so we can do properly the way those who receive our service will feel comfortable and welcome. Today we are here, spirit friends, study how to give the passes. Help us to understand it throughout our journey as Spiritism practitioners, Help us to serve all those who comes with the same love and care as we serve our dear one. Help us to look out to those who are desperate for varieties reason. Look at them with compassion, not the eyes of the world, but the eyes of the heart and the soul. Let's look our dear friends who comes to our center, who trust us, who believes in ourselves. Let's give back to them the best of our ability to serve each one of them throughout our prayers, throughout our workshops, throughout our presentations, throughout our suicide campaigns, throughout all the service that this home provides. With the help of the spirit realm and our mentor, dear Prince Mulford, help us to continue to serve with love. Today, tonight, and always, and our classes are open. Let me turn to here so everyone will have the opportunity to participating together. Yeah. All right. Is good?
Yes.
All right.
So y'all, can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm actually I'm only dropping in to say hello.
Okay.
And that I'm with you in spirit. We're in the middle of a big project here tonight that has to get done.
All right.
Okay, so hey, Mike, happy birthday, Christina. Are you there?
Actually, no, she'll be back, but I'll relay the message and good luck with your project.
Okay, thank you. So y'all have a good night. Send me
Mhm.
some long distance passes. We could use
All
that.
right.
Okay.
We'll
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, dear Mike. Any questions, please are welcome, okay? Also, YouTube, Liz, you can text us, send by, however you want to ask, okay?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. First, I remember, let's just summary a little bit from the past. Let's remember that last week we're talking about how to give the passes. We spoke about the healing of the hands. We spoke about the chakras and what is the benefits of the service, and as well who is actually charging of this service, which is the spirit, and we are just the bridge for the spirit's work. So let's continue to this service. By the fluid of magnetize himself, properly speaking, magnetism or human magnetism, the action of which is subordinate to the power and above all to the qualify of the fluids. So every time that we are properly giving service, we certainly so we always, it's important for us to be comfortable in what we are doing, trust in our service, knowing that when we are doing the passes, you know the fact that is a service that will help others. The reason is each one of us have our own magnetism. This magnetism will attract the spirits that have affinity with us. Let's give an example. If I'm here and I'm very in detrimental situation, right? But I'm not kind of a docile person. I'm kind of rude and angry, but somebody told me to come and then I came. So happy
Oh,
birthday.
Oh,
You
sorry.
look so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. It's,
It
my-
smells good.
yeah, I took a shower. I have to.
too.
It will call you.
So beautiful.
Yes. Too bad that Chris is not no show. He's not
It-
able.
He said happy birthday. He has something that he worked on, but he popped on just to say happy birthday.
Yeah.
Okay.
But anyway, we will-
Okay, but sorry.
So if I am not, I'm here because somebody told me to come and they said it's good, therefore I'm here, but I'm not, I'm all like, who's this person next to me? Is this really good? If I'm questioning this, because we are magnetic being, we have our energy, we are a certain level can be contaminated with this negative, with this energy. So we need to be very conscious of if it does happen, we always maintain our self energy. So the magnetism of other do not influence our, we just have the energy from higher beings. And it's more and this magnetism is more you giving, more you working, more you have. Is the reason is because you become comfortable and the spirits account on you. You know that you are doing it to serve. So you have more this energy within yourself. Spirit passes by the fluid from the spirits acting direct and without intermediation up the incarnate being, either to cure or to calm the suffering, to provoke a spontaneous somnambulistic sleeping, or to exercise over the individual any moral or physical influence. That is the spirit magnetism of which the qualifier is determined by the quality of the spirit. So, like I said, if we are well prepared, you more and more have the assistance of higher spirits.
But there's no way that like a bad spirit can come, like if you have good intentions, right? So
Yeah.
my intention is to do good,
Yeah,
but can a bad spirit come in? A bad spirit can never come into me to do bad to another person if my intention is good. Right?
yeah. If your intention is good, you are well balanced and prepared that day. Listen, it's not perfect because none of us are, right?
Mhm.
We have days that's hard. And all that contributes to your service and to your work. But the person you are given the passes can be, like I said, someone very disturbed. And remember that all of us have energy. All of us has magnetism.
Mm.
So it's very important that when we are given the passes, we do not interchange with their energy. And the reason I say is, for example, you're giving a pass to someone, right? Then it can happen. You start to see this person life is like comes to your mind and you see this person's life and what the person did, the reason that you can see the person's previous life, for example, and that's the reason the person is going through that difficult time, right? It's in the fraternal assistance, not in regular meeting. So you can see why the person is suffering so much, why this person is obsessed. So you have to take a deep breath
and understand whatever you see it is not with you. You are watching this, but you have to remain calm and peaceful. Not, oh my God, what is that? Remain, so you do not scare the person that you give passes, and also you do not lose self-control. Because many times what you are seeing in the person can be confused at the beginning. You may feel like nervous or anxious, but we have to be certain that is not you who is in connection with this lifetime. It's not you that brought the spirit to that moment. Is the spirit of the person, is the guardian angel of the person that you are giving the passes, allowing you to see it, what's going on, in order to the time that you give passes, you talk to the spiritual mind, meaning, my dear friends, could you please let go this person so she or he can continue their journey?
So does it, you say that on doing the pass?
Doing the passes,
The one angel open our clarity, you have double vision, can
Yeah.
see it.
Can see it. Depending that passes is a form of mediumship. So we need to be careful, because you can see, when I say careful, meaning doing with diligence, doing with love, doing as a charity, even though the spirit realm, all the energy is from them, but is a teamwork. It's you who is serving as a tool from the spirits, is the guardian of the person who receiving the passes, who also are there assisting and collaborating with you in order for you to better serve that person. So all that can happen. This kind of passes, it's very, very common when we are doing the fraternal assistance pass.
So just so I'm clear, so when you were describing the situation where there's this, I can see what the spirit is showing me about what brought them to this place.
Yeah,
If I'm doing it on Christina,
yeah,
then Christina's guardian angel could show me
yeah.
what was happening.
Let's stand up, right? And you are doing Christina. Sit down, Chris. So you stand up, right? Let me give an example. So you are doing the
I'm
passes.
doing the pass.
Yeah. And imagine I'm here, I'm Christina's guardian angel.
Right.
And I'm next to her. You may not see Christina's guardian angel, but you see what Christina's guardian angel allows you to see.
Right. So now I'm seeing a vision
Yes.
of her
In other
doing
lives.
something else.
Yeah.
And does she look like her or could she look like somebody else?
She could not look like her.
Okay.
Yeah, could like.
But I'm seeing something, but that's a representation of what she needs help with.
Yeah, exactly. So you can, so she's not gonna have the same garment because it's different life,
Makes sense.
but you will see that's her, or features, or because
There'll
we're
be
not,
something that will,
yeah,
the fact that I'm doing it and the fact that I'm seeing it means it's her, right?
yeah, exactly. Can be hair, right, in the other lives,
Mm.
what she did or what she went through.
Mm.
So you'll be able to identify. So then what you do, you calmly speak to the spirits, the person, that the Christina's spirit who is obsessing her or who is of her. So you ask, please have a compassionate, let this friend continue the journey. Can be it. Also can be, you see something very wonderful. You can see a lighting spirit also contribute to you to do passes in Christina for imagine that is an intervention of the higher order spirits, right? And the higher order spirits allow you to see your helper.
Mhm.
So at the same time, you always focus on Christine,
Mhm.
even though it's a beautiful spirit who is present. So you focus in Christina because that spirit came to help you and help Christina.
Is there a possibility when you're doing passes on somebody that you can see their, some maybe challenges or things that they've gone through in their present life?
Yeah, and even present life and even in other lives,
Mhm.
it can happen. And this is happening more often than we think. The reason is, oh, I am not a medium, but we don't know. As the people start to work and start to be open to the service, we don't know. We just know for fact when we start to working. You know, so that's why the importance is of our studies, because all of us have our own magnetism and also has the magnetism of the person who is receiving the passes, and also the spirit's magnetism, you know. So the energy, so there's a lot elements there that you need to be aware of it and remain self-control. More self-control to the things that you see, whatever is good or bad, more you helping who is assessed. So what's happened a lot with mediums, they becomes how to say, let me see the word in Portuguese. Many times happen that people, when they start to do this kind of service, they become vanity. You know, I'm good, vain, right?
Yeah, maybe.
So I'm good. So the higher order spirits are working for me, or yeah, or they becomes. Do you know the word deslumbrado? Fascinated. Yeah. Another word would be fascinating. The person will, oh my God, look who's here.
Right.
Oh my God, you know, like, but in excessive,
Yeah.
such as that the person becomes so large that any spirit who is around, they're not able to describe and thinks that is with this person. So one thing that's very important for us to remind here, when we are working in this kind of service that's serious, that have study, that is no speculation. The spirit is straightforward. It's not this, oh, it's not like that. Because we are not calling the spirits. The spirit comes to us. We will be prepared to assist them. But other spirits will come. We're not here chasing them. But they know, the good spirits know that we are here to serve. So those spirits who are showing up, they will give it to us a concrete message. They'll give it to us a true information, even though at the moment we cannot describe well because it's beginning and the beginning can be confused. But the spirits who are showing up, they will have the best intention possible.
And these could be, are they always stranger spirits, meaning that you don't know them, or could they be spirits that you do have some ties to?
According to Emmanuel, all the spirits that we come in contact in our lifetime, whether it's in a physicality, whether it's a work at school, through your life, or whether it's the communication like that, in some point in life, we haven't been together. So all the spirits who are showing up here, I spirit for some point in our lives, we work together. So that's one more reason for us to not to be afraid, because we are dealing with spirits that are our friends. And those who are suffering is one reason not to be afraid, but to have compassion. Many times some of them comes really aggressive, volatile. It's up to the medium to control the spirits. the the medium has the ability to say, no, we don't do that. For example, has spirits who are very difficult, has desire to show the table, right? In someone. So, or in a wall, because it's the medium has to stop it. So the medium has total control of the spirits. It's not the spirit who takes over the medium body, it's the all the way around. When it does happen, it's because the person do not have enough study, you do not have self-control.
So it would be interesting, what's the definition of a medium?
Medium is the mirror between the physical and the spirit. So we are here, you are giving passes to Christina. At this moment, she is in spirit, but she is in her physical body. And then you communicate to spirit, for example, her guardian angel. That's the spirit. So a medium, the one who has the ability to communicate with both realms, physical and spirit.
And you're just an interpreter.
Correct. The
Right.
best definition, just interpreter. Yeah. We all are. We said it at the same time.
Yeah. I don't know, but maybe there's some of us that are not as advanced.
But yeah, little by little, little by little get comfortable with our work and that's, we don't need to rush, but we need to be prepared.
Understand?
It's not rushing, but prepared. Third, by the fluid which the spirits shed up the magnetizes, to which the letter serves as a conductor. This is a mixed magnetism. Same spirit or human spirit. The spirit fluid combined with the physical, given to the letter, the quality of which are wanted to it. The meeting of the spirits for alike circumstances is sometimes spontaneous, but more often it is brought about by the call of the magnetizers. What they are saying is many times when the spirits appears, it's spontaneous, but many times the person who is given the passes and the magnetizers also call, so, but it's not necessary because they do come in our aid at all times. So as you can see here, can you see the picture?
Mhm.
Here are all spirits around. Can you see? The effect of the passes. Not everyone is receptive to the magnetic action, and even among those who are weak can notice greater or minor receptiveness on the same in the part. This is the result of a severe condition, some related to the magnetizer and others to the person who is receiving the magnetism. It can also be a result of occasional circumstances of diverse facts. Usually, magnetism does not exert any action on the individuals who enjoy perfectly health. So what they said is, when the person is perfect health, is in good place, you might not receive so much magnetism actions. You might receive more when someone is needed, such as the hands guided towards what's necessary to receive the energy. So you feel more vibrations, The effect of these passes. The negative effect that intervene in the effects of the passes can be thereby summarized. Impediments are related to trials the particular individual has undergone the trials, physical condition of the past giver, elder use of certain medication, illness in general, vice versa, lack of cooperation on the part of the patient, lack of faith or rejections towards the fluidic actions. The great effect or benefit of the passes is, of course, the cure physical or psychic.
So
Or
they do
psychic.
not receive it if they lack faith.
Imagine that you give me a pass, right? But I don't believe this. Why? I don't believe, but my mom made me come here. So it's not going to have an effect, because at the time that you give the pass, is a conflict. It's you praying to the person and wishes that the person is unwilling to receive it. But if the person isn't, it's a God's God's given will. If I say I don't want it, it's my will.
It's no different than if somebody needs help, but they don't recognize they need help, and they're resistant to any kind of help,
Yeah,
that no matter what your intention is, or even how gifted you are in helping somebody,
yeah,
you can't help them.
no, it's not a fact.
What's the difference between a psychic illness and a physical illness? Like, how would I know which one I have?
Okay, for example, a physical illness, somebody has a heart problem, have a stomach problems, something that is physical. And psychic illness can be, let's imagine that the person is obsessed. Obsessed means spirits who are with this person at all times. Therefore, he or she sucks the energy of the individual.
Mhm.
And when does it happen? After time, the person become very frail, and it can affect the psychic or the physical. In the psychic, the person can have a form of mental illness. Can be anxiety, can be depression,
Bipolar, schizophrenia.
can be bipolar, can be schizophrenia, can be variety form of mental illness, can be the reason of spirit attachment. However, no matter which type the illness the person have, whether it's physical or mental, spirit center do not have the ability to cure. The passes do not cure. It is a conjunction between the medical treatments and the spirit treatments. Many cases can be it. Can be a spirit attachment and imbalance to the individual, and he or she loses the balance and become a sick. But also can be a physical chemistry, brain chemistry, the person become mental illness, whether schizophrenia, bipolar, so on. So it's very hard for us to know which or which. So therefore, in any cases, is recommended that the person never stops the treatment that's mandates by the doctors, that's prescribed by the doctors. We are just a loving, tender care. So we're just there to help. If it is a spirit attachment that is caused all these problems, we through medical treatment and through the spirit, we are able to help this individual if God thinks it's the right thing.
So is a spiritual illness a choice of bad choices, or consequences of bad choices from another life? Or is a spiritual illness something you catch like a cold in the physical realm?
No, unfortunately, physical illness is a consequences of mination, my mination. Let me see the words. Physical illness is a consequence of you being in an environment that is very toxic. Imagine you are in an abusive relationship, right? So when you are in an abusive relationship, whether it's in the work, whether it's home, in the physical, after a while, this energy our energy start to be contaminated by these bacteria of negative influences. And our energy starts to dissipate. We become more forced to become more like feel fatigued. Then if you don't care for it, starts to grow. By the time we see, we already have a physical problem. We can have a heart attack. Circulation is like very strong when it comes to that. We can have a main source of physical illness. Likewise, is the spiritual illness. Spiritual illness is very much connected with the individuals from previous lives. It's connected with debts that we have in previous life. So we reincarnate, but however, the one who we have done badly have not incarnated at the same
But I
time.
heard that it can be on recessor. If I keep be super negative, if I keep be super pessimist,
See,
I can put
yeah,
myself in a bad situation too. and-
yeah. So
But that's different, right?
this is different. I'm gonna get there too. So the person have not reincarnated my enemy per se. So then my enemy find myself here. So my enemy start to send negative thoughts to me, start to obsess me, start to harass me. We don't know. We just receive those negative energy, and then you become very complaining, nothing's good. We start to change our behavior. Many times we become irritated, then we become angry. All this is interferences of these spirits who are acting up us. So in other words, we said, but why God allowed it to happen? First of all, God do not punish anybody. We have to think in the perspective of reincarnation, right? In perspective of reincarnation, we have lived many lives before. So we had also many enemies in previous life. And it happens sometimes these enemies do not forgiving us. So they continue to obsess us, to harassing us while we are here on earth. So that's why many people become very balanced, like bipolar. It's a typical, very typical of obsessors.
What do the prayer do?
Huh?
What does the prayer do?
The prayer is an excellent medicine. The prayers help us to ourselves balance, help us to be more aware of the moments. For example, depression, it can be also obsessive from all the attachment from previous spirits, depression, anxiety, many other illness. So, and also emotional, also has not to do.
But you think a prayer helps an anxiety person, a depressed person? It gives them equilibrium too?
A prayer also help both sides. Hope the one who is physical sick,
Bipolar people too?
but everyone, the person who is sick, the person who is obsessing. But the best way to heal ourselves, whether it's from physicality or illness, when is spirit attachment, it's our transformation. It's how we behave. For example, if we are because also emotions, negative emotions as well can make us sick. If I am very angry person, also it can make me sick. There is a form of physical sickness. So I am so angry at all time. So this level of energy, even though we don't see, is toxic and has a bacteria that it contaminates our blood, contaminates all our